Easter being celebrated today, but the messages being released in Tigray, though, are about Easter, but there is strong political color to the messages aired in the last few hours in Tigray. TPLF Gita Choreda Group issued a statement. Southern Zone Administrator released a message about Easter, but it seems Werede is going to face a challenge as the president of Tigray. Secondly, Isaias and PM Abiy celebrated Easter differently. Isaias his pictures have been released. PM Abiy also shared his pictures. How did the two celebrate the Easter? Let's start with firstly Tigray, where two statements in the last few hours. The statements are about Easter, but the content of the two statements is political. Did I say Werede Tigray interim president has taken office? He has formed a cabinet. I did a video on that last night. I told you that the cabinet is dominated by TPLF Debrecen group. Sadkan removed, Teklai Ashib removed. Now there are two Tigray military representatives in the cabinet. One is a lady whose name is Zaidu, I think. The second one is Fisseha Kedano, head of peace and security, and Werede himself, the president of Tigray. Several senior TPLF leaders are part of the cabinet, including Emmanuel Asefa, who will work as the deputy president of Tigray. Sadkan removed too. TPLF Gita Choreda issued a statement a few hours ago. Around 2 hours ago, the statement came. TPLF Gita Choreda, which is mainly based in southern Tigray, says that firstly it expressed its wishes in connection with Easter. Secondly, it talked about the formation of the cabinet by Tigray interim president Tadesse Werede. And TPLF Gitacho says that its talks with Tadesse Werede failed, or the talks could not be held, not clear, but TPLF Gitacho is not part of Tadesse Werede's cabinet. TPLF Gitacho definitely have some it has some TPLF leaders as its members, though main TPLF faction is led by Debrecen, but Gitacho also had support of some TPLF Central Committee members who stood with him. But none of TPLF, the Gitacho group members, has been made part of the cabinet by Tigray interim president Gitacho. Tadesse Werede, not Gitacho. Gitacho is former president of Tigray. So TPLF Gitacho says that the cabinet, the government formed in Tigray is not inclusive. Tadesse Werede is conspiring with one group, TPLF, to impose this group's hegemony on Tigray. And TPLF Gitacho is asking Tigrayans, international community, federal government to ensure that the government in Tigray, cabinet in Tigray is inclusive. It means that where TPLF Gitacho is based in Tigray, it won't implement the orders of Tigray interim president Tadesse Werede. It will resist. Gitacho group will resist the removal of the people from positions on zonal level. because the zonal administrator also issued a statement. His name is Haftu Kiros. He is administrator of southern zone of Tigray, which is Gitachoreda's stronghold. Haftu Kiros, in his message, congratulated people on Easter. Secondly, he talked about political problems in Tigray, saying that it is becoming difficult to survive in Tigray if you have an opinion which is different from the opinion of those who are in power. Hafto further says that media campaign has been launched against people of southern Tigray. Hafto praises Getachew, that Getachew is the hero of the people of Tigray. And Hafto, in a way, warned the Tigray interim government, saying that Tigray is on the verge of writing a new chapter in its history. What does it mean? Does it mean that Haftu Kiros is supporting the start of armed resistance movement against TPLF? So, which new chapter is being written? Which new chapter is going to be written uh, by Gitacho supporters? Overall, we can say that it will be difficult for Werede group to extend its administrative control to southern Tigray. After cross-led administration will confront Tigray government's actions to take control of the administrative structures in southern Tigray. How will Werede solve this issue? How will he handle this challenge? That remains to be seen. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopian Prime Minister and Eritrean President both have issued messages and shown themselves in connection with ongoing Easter celebrations in the two countries. Isaias was seen attending a religious program at Cathedral of St. Mary Church in Asmara last night. He was seen with religious leaders too. And generally he visits this church every year on Easter. Abiy was not seen at any religious place. Rather, Ethiopian Prime Minister and his wife Zinash Tacho arranged a meal for the poor and the elderly in Addis Ababa at the palace. Which elderly, which disabled were invited, how were they chosen, we don't know. But whenever there are religious events in Ethiopia, Ramadan, Easter, other religious events, generally Ethiopian PM and Zinash, they arrange meals for the poor, the elderly, and the disabled. Government people have issued messages. Regional presidents, federal government, federal communication minister, Addis Ababa, all have released messages in connection with Easter, calling for peace, calling for unity. Lastly, viewers, hopefully tonight I'll speak on the topic which I could not cover in the two live chats on Friday and Saturday. Where are Tigray dissident fighters based? How many are they? Who is leading them? And what is the best strategy to handle them? All that I'll speak on in tonight's live chat. At 1800 GMT, I'll be there with this presentation. Last night, Abil Said's visit of Tigray had to be covered in the live chat. That is why I postponed the discussion about Tigray dissident fighters. Hopefully, tonight we'll have detailed discussion about the start of armed resistance movement in Tigray. Thanks for watching.